face all the other gods. So Akhenaten started ordering and decreeing that all these things be chipped away everywhere you go. Chip away the faces, chip away the ears and noses.
Told us it was the Romans when I went.
Yeah, no. Akhenaten. Go into the super ancient history, you find that Akhenaten, that's why he was kicked out of Egypt. He was kicked out of Egypt, and when he left Egypt, he went to the Great Pyramid, and he went to that stone box area inside the King's Chamber and took the Ark of the Covenant with him. See, Akhenaten is Moses. That's the Moses story. He takes that with him. He flees with all his new followers. There were no slaves in Egypt. I'm gonna say this again. There were no slaves in Egypt working on pyramids. There people had their home slaves, but there were nobody building pyramids. We know this for a fact because we have all the work records. We discovered all the broken legs and broken arm records. We have all the payroll records, all of them. Yes, it's all done. We have all, it's all in the museum now. So we have all the information that show these people were paid, they had insurance, they had coverage, they had all this. We know for a fact that these people were not slaves. The people that were this exodus that left out of Egypt, they were the people who converted from believing in multiple gods to believing in the one God religion, monotheism, following Akhenaten. And he fled with all these people out of Egypt with the Ark of the Covenant. And that's why the powers that be sent an army after him. They're like, you took the source of our power with you. We gotta have that. And they fled after him. He never crossed the Red Sea. That's a mistranslation in the Bible. He crossed the Sea of Reeds, which is a closer, much smaller sea. And when you do the geological rewind, which we have the computer models simulate now, around that same time frame that this happened, there was a massive earthquake and a tsunami estimated to be in that region, which means it would have sucked all the water out and would have come crashing back. So you see how stories get remixed. What's happened there was a natural disaster and perfect timing. But they then ended up in the desert with the Ark of the Covenant, which is well noted and documented in biblical text.
All right, so what was the Ark of the Covenant?
A super advanced technological machine. It was multi-purposeful. We know this because of the way that it's designed and what it reads, what it says, what it's capable of doing. It's a weapon, but it also has the capability of being a power source. So it does multiple things. And to handle it, you had to have lead. Okay, you had to have these special kind of boots on because it was a capacitor. And some scientists at several universities experimented with recreating the Ark using the instructions that are in the Bible. And it was so powerful, they had to shut it down.
What?
Yeah. Anybody can Google this. This is like, it was mainstream news about maybe 15 years ago. They've done this already. They've reproduced it and it actually turned on.
What did the cherubs do? What did the angels, the cherubs do? What were they?
The cherubims at the top pointing each other? Electricity, yes. Exactly. A big spark. When you look up the video on YouTube, you see a big spark jumping across an arc. That's the arc. That's why they call it the arc. It's the arc, which is the electromagnetic arc. It jumps from one cherubim to the next.
I've also heard that incense and the smoke from it was used